Over the past 4 years, I've spent millions of dollars on Facebook ads profitably, made over 100,000 orders with Shopify, and generated over $13.5 million in sales on my own stores. One of the most important things you have to do is create a winning video ad when you're launching a new product. This can be the make or break, the thing that determines if you're able to make profit or your product flops. And so in this video, I'm gonna walk you through exactly how to create your own winning video ad using content that's already online. Before we start looking for some footage online for your product, you need to download this Chrome app. It's free to use, and this is going to allow us to download video files from Amazon and a few other sites that we'll use to source the content. So go into the resource sheet for this video, add it to your Chrome. And then also Amazon Video Downloader. This is going to be used when a video is inside of the product description on Amazon. The other tool won't allow you to download those. So with these two, we're going to have everything that we need. So the first place that we're going to go is to Amazon. And when you were importing product reviews, you probably found quite a few listings for your product on Amazon. If you haven't, search for it, search the keywords in Amazon and look for listings selling that product. And we can see here on this listing, there is a video right here. And if we click on play, let's have a watch of this. Someone unboxing, setting up the product, adding in the minerals, showing the different shower head modes as well. So that all looks very good. And there are definitely some clips we could pull from this and use in our own winning ads. So I'm going to close out of that. And that's where the Amazon Video Downloader app comes into play. You're going to see this green button that says download one video. This is just for videos that the supplier of this product, the person who is selling this product, has added into their page. So click on download there and that will download it to your computer in the highest resolution possible. The next section I like to look at is the video section of the product page. Not every product will have these videos, but the most popular ones will. So if we scroll down, we're going to see this video section here. This is great for UGC style content, user generated content. So this is the content that has been shot by a customer, reviewing the product, showing it in use. This is the stuff that we need. And so clicking into these, let's have a look.
Welcome to the Dave Show.
We've got Dave here doing a review. Don't worry, it adds a little gray filter over the top as I'm showing it to you here. But when you download it, it's going to look great. So you can skip through Dave's setting up the product, installation. He's also got very clear audio as well. So that can definitely be used for our own video ad. Showing the different modes. And overall, great content for 3 minutes that we could chop into smaller pieces to use for our own ad. So to download a video like this, you're going to go back out. Right click on the video itself and click open link in new tab. Then once you're on this page, you're going to click the other app that we installed, the green and yellow one, and then you just click on the download button here at the top. This will take you to this screen. It's going to convert this file to an MP4 file, and then we're going to click save. Now on our computer, it has added the video file. It's in really high quality. It's crispy. The audio is great. So we've saved that away and then we can use that for the ad. Going back into Amazon, then do this for all of the other related videos. It's going to give you this great selection of different videos to pull from here. All people that have left reviews talking about the product. This is gold. This is a gold mine for content to use for your own ads. And this is something that people just aren't willing to do. By making your own winning video ad, you're going to set yourself apart from everybody else who just thinks that they can grab some basic images online and expect to get lots of sales. That's not the case. The more effort you put into creating a winning ad, the higher your chances of success. So go through the related videos section, click on any of them that you do want to view. This one here looks good as well. So we repeat the same process, click on the app, click download. It's going to save it as an MP4. And then we can go ahead and click save. So that's your first source of video content, Amazon listings. The next place to look is on Alibaba or AliExpress. So you can look at your product listings on here, find your product, and scroll through these pages and see if there is any video content you might be able to use. Again, we can see a video here for the product on this AliExpress listing. Unfortunately, this is the one that looks a little bit different to the one that we're selling. If you see a video like this, I don't think I've seen one this bad before. This guy just pointing to it, this funny music in the background and a slideshow. This is an example of a video that's not worth downloading because we're not going to do anything like this or use any of this content in our own ad. So look on AliExpress, look on Alibaba, barber for your product and look for any video content you can download. You can also scroll down to the related items section and find other suppliers who may be selling the same exact product. So then you can click on theirs and see if they have any content as well. And the final method I'll mention is downloading videos directly from your competition. Now, I wouldn't recommend this if they are local competitors, but if they are selling in a different country to you, then downloading and using their content just to test the product and making it your own with some other footage that you found online is okay for now. There's a few ways we can do this. The first is going back into Minia and looking at the winning video ad we found for this product. You'll see this option in the top right to download assets. So if we click that, it is going to download this video file to our computer and we can use parts of this in our own ad. It'll say ready to download and we can click download zip file. Now we have the video on our computer. One thing I will say here is that we ended up finding a variant of this product that I think is a little bit better, of higher quality, and had better reviews online. And so our product doesn't look like this. Very similar, does similar things, but it doesn't have these crystals in it like the original ad has. So unfortunately, we're not going to be able to use this video clip in our ad because it's just going to look a little bit weird. We're still going to replicate this particular ad though with our own footage. The next thing to do is to go to the competitor's website. So you see now the shop now link, click on that. This will take you to their product page again. And if we scroll down, you'll see some reviews here. There may be reviews, there may be videos, there may be content that they've used that you can pull from. So instantly, we've got some videos here that we could download and use. And if you like any of the content, you can right click on it and click save video as, and then save it to your computer. So I've got a video there. There's another one here showing the product in use. Again, this product looks a little bit different to the one that we're selling, so we won't use this content. But if you're selling a product that is the same as what your competitor is selling, or looks very, very similar, then you can use this process to download some more content. Scrolling down on the page, we can see if there are any more videos. So the review section is often a good place to look. Most of the time, it'll just be photos, but occasionally you'll luck out and get some videos in the review section. You can see on this page that there are no more, so that's okay. The website we're going to use to create your video ads is Clipchamp. Clipchamp is a free online video editor. And the best part about it is that when you export the video at the end, it doesn't put a watermark, which a lot of these free video editing tools do. So it forces you to have to pay for an account if you want to get rid of that. So Clipchamp is great. Go to clipchamp.com and then go ahead and sign up for an account. For the pricing, you do not need the paid plan. You just need the free plan here. That's all you're going to need for now. Once you're inside of the Clipchamp editor, this is what it's going to look like. And so the first thing you want to do is drag in all of the video clips that you found in the previous section, where you're downloading them all from all the different websites, add them into here to your media section. Now you can drag these into your timeline, which is where you assemble the video. And we see here that right now it's set to horizontal. We want to change that before we start editing. So to do that, click on the 16:9 in the top right, and change it to 1:1 square. This is the aspect ratio we're going to use for your ads. And to fix the aspect ratio of any clip that you add into here to remove this blank space, just click on it and then click on this fill button here. And that will fill it. And then you can drag to readjust where it's positioned. And we don't want the sound or music from this. So you see a little speaker icon, click on that and that will mute the clip. Now, if we play it through, we can see person using the product, nice and visible. Why are they spraying it up like that? It's funny. So we've got this content in here. The next step is to go through and clip all of the best parts of the videos that you found. This may take a little bit of time, but it's completely worth it. The juice is worth the squeeze with all this stuff that I'm teaching you. So we're looking for short segments that we can use. So this one here, if we go back to the start, is a 4-second section of someone using it. So that could be definitely something we use throughout our video. So I'm going to go through and clip up the rest of these clips so we have everything that we need. Then I'll show you how to add some music and also add a voiceover if we need to as well. So I've just finished going through and clipping up the best parts of all of the video files that are downloaded. So this is what your timeline will look like. You have a bunch of smaller shots, people using the product. The talking stuff is the best stuff. That's the stuff we want to highlight the most because it shows customers using the product. And then you also want to get the clips of the product in use because when someone is talking, you can put footage over the top that shows that feature that they're mentioning. So now it's time to start assembling the video ad, putting it together. Now what you're going to do is if you have a winning video ad, like the examples that I showed you before, you're just going to replicate exactly what they do. What shots do they include? What are they talking about? structure the ad like that because they've already proven that that works. And so we just want to replicate the structure with our own content. You can even use the same audio from your competitor's video by downloading the file, putting it into an MP4 to MP3 converter. So it's just the audio. And then you can add it into your own ad down here where it says add audio. You can then show your own video clips appear on top. Now you've got a winning video ad with great audio and great footage that you've collected online. Now let's start assembling this video. So I'm going to look for the most attention-grabbing hook. So I've finished editing the video inside of Clipchamp. I'm going to show you exactly what I did and also some top tips when you're creating your own winning video ad. So in here, the first thing I did was get all of the footage. And so I went through and I clipped all the best sections, either talking and non-talking, got them all clipped, and you can just simply go through your video clips, the files, and then click on this little scissor icon and that will split them. Then you can delete the parts you don't want by clicking on the trash icon or the delete icon. And whenever you delete something, you're going to see a gap that appears like this. So you can click on delete this gap when you're organizing your footage initially. And then you're going to have all of these clips and talking sections that you can assemble to create your own video ad. Then from there, you're going to order it based on what you want to use as your hook. What's the most engaging talking section from the content that you found. So I decided to put this bit at the start.
Love this because these balls filter out a lot of the stuff in your water that you don't.
So someone that goes straight into talking about the filtering and how effective it is. And they also mention how it improves skin and hair. So I've put that in there. As for duration for your video ad, you want to model it based off the video that went viral on mine here, and then reverse engineer that. If that one was 35 seconds, you're aiming for 35 seconds. But that's sort of the sweet spot from what I've found. Anything shorter and you aren't able to give enough information, anything longer, it needs to be a really good video ad to get them to watch it all. Once you've got the clips all organized and you put them in the order that makes sense, all the talking sections make sense as well, what you can do at any point, if you have a clip that has talking in it, you can click on it, right click, go under audio, and you can click detach audio. So that removes the audio from the main video and it puts it on the row below, which means you can have it appear during a different video clip. So you can still have someone talking in the background, but you have different video clips on top. Or if you've just exported the audio from your competitor's winning ad, then you can drag it straight into here to upload it and then drag it down the bottom. So then the audio across all the clips will be what the competitor has. It just depends on what footage you have available, what you find for your product, and then when you're starting to piece it together, what makes it flow the best. So once you've added all the clips, you've put over some B-roll shots. B-roll is the footage that goes over the top of talking to show the benefit actually happening. So I've got some footage there of the filtration, got someone talking, and then we show it again. We show what he's talking about. So in this section of the video, he's talking about how he loves that there's 6 different modes for the shower head. And so instead of just having him talk the whole time, we've cut to some footage of those shower heads being changed so people can actually see how easy it is. This is a big principle for winning video ads, is to show and not just tell. And so you want to show the benefit actually happening. If someone is talking about something, show it with video. We keep going, footage over the top, highlighting different benefits as well. And don't worry about adding captions to this just yet. We're going to use a separate free online tool to do that. It makes it look a bit more clean and branded. The one inbuilt on Clipchamp doesn't look super clean, so we're going to be using that other free tool in just a second. And then at the end of the video, for the last few seconds, you're going to have just a clip of the product, nothing fancy, no talking, and you're going to have text on top that says shop now and save. This is your call to action. And this is what we want people to do. We want them to shop now and save money because you're running a special promotion. So to add that text in, you go to the left-hand side and you drag a plain text box over that last section. I'll add it into a new row just so I can show you. You then line it up. If you drag stuff, you can see that there are these purple lines that appear. So you want to drag it to the start of the clip where it's showing the B-roll. And then from there, you want to drag the end. So it's at the end of the clip. Then once you're in there, you can change the text to shop now and then do a line break and save. Great. For the font size, we're going to increase it. So click out, click back on it and increase this font size a little bit. The font we're going to be using is DM Sans, very basic font, and make sure it's in white. So now that we've added the text in, the next step is to add some background music. If you have exported your competitor's winning ad and you've detached the audio and you're just using that for your video, then you don't need to do this step because they'll probably have some music in the background of theirs. But if you've assembled a new video ad, just like I've done here for Pure Water, then it makes sense to have some background music. Nothing with words or anything like that, nothing popular, it's some copyright-free music. In the resource sheet for this video, I'll include a download link to a folder with a bunch of tracks that you can use based on your brand. Just find one that suits your ad the best. And once you have selected one, you just simply drag it into here, and then once it's in here, you drag it down the bottom to a new row. As for the volume, I like to drop it down to 8%. This is where you can hear it in the background, but it's not too loud that it overpowers the talking. While we're talking about audio levels, it will also make sense to go through each of the clips that do have audio or someone talking, go into audio and bump the volume up. You want all the talking clips to be about the same volume because then it's consistent and it doesn't sound weird when somebody's a lot quieter and the other person's a lot louder. So go through each of the clips that have audio, or if you've detached the audio, click on each of those sections and then go audio, and then you can drag this up. So for all the clips in here, all the talking clips, I've bumped them up to 200% volume. That's so we can hear everybody really clearly, but still also hear the background music. Scrolling to the end of your music track, you want to click here. So this is the same spot where your shop now and save text appears, as well as your B-roll clips. And so I want to click on this, on the track, click split. And now I want to change the volume of this last section. I want this to be a bit louder because there's going to be no talking here. And so the call to action music can be a bit louder. It wouldn't make sense if it's really quiet when there's nothing else happening. Before we adjust the audio, I'm just going to click at the end of the last clip, click on the audio track again and hit split. And then we can delete that bit that was on the end. So we're just left with that final little section. Then for this, we're going to increase the volume to 45%. So now you have your video assembled. You've got footage showing when someone mentions a benefit, you're actually showing it happen. You've increased the audio levels of all the talking to make sure it's very easy to hear. And you've also added a background track as well as a call to action at the end to tell people what to do. And congrats, you've made your first winning video ad. It's got a pretty strong hook here. We've followed all the principles of what makes a winning viral ad. The next step is to play it through and make sure that you're happy with everything. So let's do that now.
Love this because these balls filter out a lot of the stuff in your water that you don't want, that could be really bad for your skin or bad for your hair.
But they are designed to soften the water.
The best part about this handle, in my opinion, is that it's just push button. So you can cycle through all 6 of those shower settings.
A really wide top here. It is about the size of my hand.
High quality, shiny chrome finish on it.
So this was very easy to install. I did it myself in under 2 minutes.
There we go. And that is our finished video ad. So the one thing that is missing from this are some subtitles. So now we want to export this. Go to export in the top right and click on 1080p. This is going to save the video file and we'll just wait a second until it's finished. With it being exported, click on save to your computer to save the file. When it asks what you want to name it, you can call it C1 and that stands for creative number 1 because it's the first piece of creative that you've made for the brand. The next step is to add subtitles to your video ad. They are super important, and if you don't include them, you're probably not going to get as good of results. So to add them in, we're going to use a tool called Clideo. It's a free tool that we can use to add subtitles to the video and also customize the look of them so it looks branded and clean. On here, just click choose file, and then we'll add our video ad that we just exported from Clipchamp. And in the next step, it's going to ask you to create a profile or login. And unfortunately, we can't share login details for Clideo because it doesn't allow you to set a password. So I would have loved to create an account for everyone in the Freedom community to use. Unfortunately, it requires a login code every single time you want to log in, and that is only sent to our email address. So what you want to do is go ahead and subscribe to the monthly plan. As soon as you have exported the video and you've created all your ads, then cancel the subscription so you're not billed again. This will be a one-time expense, and this will also make sure that you edit your ads in that first month. If you need to make some changes before the month is over so you're not billed another $9 again. After it has been processed, it's going to ask us how to add the subtitles. We want to click on Auto Subtitles. We want to make sure the original language is set to English, and translate we want to put as do not translate, then click Generate. And then it's going to take you to a screen that looks like this. This is where you're going to be able to edit your subtitles to make sure that they are correct, because sometimes the auto-generated captions can be slightly off. Some of the words weren't correct. And so you can go through and adjust those. And then this will also allow you to customize the look of the subtitles, which is very important too. The first step is to go through all of these subtitles and make sure what has been said is correctly added into the captions. No spelling mistakes, no grammar issues. You want to make sure that it is all correct. So go through your subtitles and make sure all of it is good. If you do need to adjust when the subtitles appear, you can hover over them, their start or their end, and drag them out or in. You can also drag them across to rearrange where they are. But one thing you want to note is when we're dragging this to the left, you see how that box now has an outline. As soon as we go too far, it has an outline. What that means is that the subtitles are overlapping. We don't want that. We want one to appear, disappear, and then the next one comes up as soon as the other one goes. And so to fix that, we're going to drag back until there is no line. So just before. There we go. So now when we play it through, see it swap seamlessly. They don't have both on the screen at the same time. So you're going to go through, do those little tweaks, make sure everything is lined up correctly. And then the final step is just to customize how they look. And so here you go up to styles in the top right. When selecting the color for your subtitles, you want to select the black option. So in the video so far, you would have seen the blue selected because I thought it would look more branded. What I realized later is that the black just looks better and it looks more simple, and it looks like the style of captions and subtitles that Facebook would add to your video anyway. So just to make it not look like an ad as much as possible, we're going to select the one with the black background, and this is the same regardless of what colors you have in your brand. Select the black one and then follow the rest of the steps. You would have also seen this little Pure Water logo in the top right hand corner when I was putting together the video in Clipchamp. You don't need this. I realized after making the video that we just want to make it not look like an ad. We don't want to have all this extra stuff on here, these colored subtitles, this logo in the corner. We want to make it appear as if it's not an ad, because those are the ads that actually work. So ignore the fact that I put it in there. I didn't reference it in the training material, but if you're wondering why it has been visible throughout, that's why. You don't need to include this on your ad. And then everything is looking really good here. So the last step is to click export. And then it will take us to this screen where we can download the finished video. So we're going to go ahead and click on download. And that's our first video ad completed, ready to go. We can use this in our Facebook campaigns in the coming videos to launch this product. Now it's time to create your second video ad. So to do this, we're going to go back into Clipchamp and we're going to click on the home button up here to return to your Clipchamp profile. Scroll down until you can see your videos and find the one that you just made. Click on the three dots and click make a copy. Your second video ad should be pretty much identical to your first, except you swap the hook at the start. The first 3 to 5 seconds, the opening section, you swap it for something different, because then it gives something to Facebook to test and it can see which hook performs better. So go through and adjust the clips, move a different hook to the start, and then also update the background music to something different. So then you really have 2 different video ads that you're testing. For Pure Water, because it was initially based off this product and video ad, I wanted to recreate this as the second video ad for the brand. And so unfortunately, we don't have a really good orbiting shot of the product like that in good lighting, but we do have this clip instead. So it's showing the minerals there. We've got the text up the top that says high pressure filtered water with minerals. And we use the same shocked emoji that they've used in their ad as well. Also, what I've done is I've downloaded the competitor's video. I've then dragged it into Clipchamp, added it into our timeline, detached the audio, and then deleted the video section of it. So now it has the same audio background as the winning example, because the track that they used is very simple and it's got some shower noises in the back too. So to save some time, instead of me having to recreate that, I've just gone ahead and used their audio for the ad. If you end up making an ad like this where there's no talking, then you don't need to go ahead and add it to Clideo and add subtitles. That's only for the talking ads, which should be one that all of you make because that is going to be the main ad to get results. The only reason I've made one like this is because, as I said, the competitor made one like this and that was the one that went viral. So go ahead, export the video 1080p. And then this one you can call C2 and then save it to your computer. And there you have it. Our 2 winning ads are finished. Let's watch them through one more time.
Love this because these balls filter out a lot of the stuff in your water that you don't want, that could be really bad for your skin or bad for your hair.
But they are designed to soften the water.
The best part about this handle, in my opinion, is that it's a push button. So you can cycle through all 6 of those shower settings.
Really wide top here, it is about the size of my hand.
High quality, shiny chrome finish on it.
So this was very easy to install. I did it myself in under 2 minutes.
I really hope that you've enjoyed this video. And as you know, there's plenty more things that go into creating a winning dropshipping store. And I've actually made a free 6.5-hour YouTube video, course video, that walks you through everything step by step from start to finish. So I'll leave that up on the screen now. Go and watch that. It'll walk you through everything.